Okay. Back for more Clair Expedition 33. Um, um, Holy crap, I tried to play PoE 2 just now because, well, I couldn't stand more than 2 minutes. It was just a big, heavy sigh, and, maybe I'm just not in the mood for some reason. But, yeah. Anyway, I, want to say again, like, thank you anybody who comes and watches, and, I saw a few messages in the other stream, and I always feel bad because people are saying hello and or something. And as someone who knows how shitty it is to feel ignored, just know that I'm not ignoring anybody. It's just right now I don't have chat open. I I tried it and I can't focus. I can't do what streamers do, which is they're looking at the game, talking, and they're also answering and replying to chat. That's quite the skill they have, which I do not possess. So unfortunately, I can't. But I will read everything people type. If you have anything to say, I will always read it because it matters to me, right? So just know that I can't reply real time because I'm so lost in thought. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on my screen. It's crazy. So that's that. Just get that out of the way first. Anyway. Oh, and for the guy who said, like, I play 3 times, I have no life. Well, I know how that feels like, and that's kind of been a theme of mine my entire life, and then as well. Well, you see, the have no life is an interesting thing, right? I'll actually go into that a little bit because I think it's important because, like that's by whose standards is the kind of the question that comes to. Like, society. But that's hard, like, at the end of the day, we are all human beings going through different circumstances and just reacting to those circumstances the best we can. I'll give you an example. Like, my whole life I was a gamer, right? So ever since I was a kid, whatever the issues I had as a kid, I don't know. I always believe it had to do with my parents being a certain way. I didn't really grow up properly. People had told me that I had a dysfunctional family, like, just straight to my face, which is incredible. Um, but whatever. My gaming was my escape, my way of coping. Like, by a lot of standards, I had no life. But I think the standard there is basically media, right? Because absent, how do I put this? I guess we do internally know on some level, huh? Maybe we have an instinctive feel for what. I don't know. I can't even unpack that sentence because, like, the word, like, love, it just means so many different things to different people at different times, in different contexts. It's a chameleon thing, right? But yeah, I guess when you're going out a lot, have money. I don't know. It feels like, but I tell you what, I can't shake. It feels like it's someone else's standard. I don't know, or just the feeling that you're not happy. I can't explain it. But anyway, that's why games are out there, right? And I read, like, the pretty funny one-liner, something like this: "Nothing ever epic happens in my life, so I choose games." Like, okay, so you see, just by what you know what that is, just by admission of why he's doing that, would you say that guy has no life? Like, I don't. You see, he takes back the power, right? In a way, by confessing it. Now, if he's truly miserable doing that, then maybe okay. But if he's reasonably content with that choice that he made, by most people's standards, do what you want, right? If you can afford it, kind of a thing, right? So, what really sucks is living a life you really don't want to live just because it's someone else's standard. That really sucks. That really sucks. And all the while you might tell yourself you have a life and this is good, but it'll never be good. Um, I don't think it'll ever be good, you know. And there's a lot of like literature videos out there stating this exact same thing. Like, you know, and this can manifest itself in so many ways, like, you know, bending yourself to fit. Basically, the idea of bending yourself to fit someone else's, the expectations of someone else out there. Okay, I talked enough. Jeez, I ramble for so long. I just can't stop. Fuck, it's crazy. This is like, it's insane. But another thing I have to add in here is I think that should be done with balance. So like if you just completely allow yourself to do whatever you please without any expectations, I think you become like those horrific dictators that have just basically abandoned any self of questioning themselves, is this actually okay to do? So some degree of, how do I put this, conformity is good, but too much is bad. So the boring answer is that it is kind of a moderation thing. It's insane how much I can just drone on about anything. You just feed me like one little sentence, I just go, I'll drone on forever for about anything. But I need a topic. I can't. Or I find one myself. Just sitting here. That smells a little bit creepy, I gotta say. But anyway, yeah. The one reason I think also I don't want to read chat or look at the chat screen is that. So actually, in the other vid, I was saying that the streamer could be more thick-skinned. Now I kind of was really curious. Like I forgot what the streams were like, so I had to just watch a few of them again, even though it was kind of uncomfortable because, yeah. But that guy has a thick skin. I thought he does. He's taking like straight up insults from other people and he laughs it off. Like by my standards, he's extremely thick-skinned. So. Of course, can always be more thick-skinned. Yeah. So, I could never do what he does. Such a talent, But, fortunately, I don't have to. Wait, this is stupid. There's this part in this game where, like, you kind of like, I always do this. I think it's here. This is the fun part. I go straight to the the hidden Gestural arena, and I just do all the arena fights. Get Mael like super beefed up and run her solo for like the entire campaign almost. Although this time, and I remember last time, it's also worthwhile to go to some zone to pick up auto death stuff because, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna like brain dead play through the game, and that's the whole point. Yeah. Then like, as I was just wanted to check out that guy's streams for a little bit, I just ended up watching for an hour, maybe two. Just go down the rabbit hole, And, man, I miss that guy's streams. I really do. The guy was so entertaining. He was a bit psychopathic, but it's crazy the things he did to entertain people. Like, amazing. Like, And then one other thing I want to bring out too, and this is really important. Something I wish I had known earlier is like, it is dangerous to get obsessed with the tech for the sake of tech. So what I mean by that is good content is entertaining at 480p with moderate audio quality. Now, if it gets really bad, then yeah. If we can't even see what's happening at all, then it needs to be fixed. But beyond that, people don't really care. Like the people who care most about whether this audio has enough bass or treble is the creator himself, because he's the one tweaking it and getting the fun out of upgrading it. Whereas the audience just wants to be touched, entertained, moved. The way it's done, the technology behind it is just an afterthought to them. They don't care, right? I don't care. Like, and the content he was making was shot on like a cell phone camera because he had to go outside, and I'm not sure what it's like now, but at the time it was like 3G, 4G had just come out, so you wouldn't get crazy like bit rates on the upstream, and it's all blocky. But when the content is really good, that shit doesn't matter. The eye will make up for it. You know what I mean? It's the content inside that really matters. And I did notice in my own streams, like, okay, if I'm saying I watch my own streams because maybe it's a bit narcissistic, I don't know, but it really makes me feel good. And whenever I'm saying something interesting, like, I don't even look at the screen anymore. Like, I'm just listening. So there are some of the streams I failed to put the proper bit rate, but it didn't matter. And that's how you know you've got something worth something in content-wise, is that at that point, the quality of the media is not so important anymore. Like a good movie's like that too, right? Like I watch like some old movies, it's in like 720p, oh no, 480p, right? DVD, right? Interlaced. So half of that even. But it doesn't matter. I laugh just as hard. It touches me just the same. I don't care if the color's a bit off, like, who cares? I don't care, kind of, right? Oh, fuck. Pushing the wrong buttons. But yeah. But I was caught doing that all the time, getting so obsessed with tech. Which microphone? Should I put this like this, that? And all the while, it's like, well, the only person who really cares about this is me. Because, yeah. So, I think it's best to look at it as just, if the tool is there, then, and it's good enough, then it's good enough. Which is, yeah. But that's kind of like as I got older, I felt more and more like that. Just because it's too exhausting to pursue the ultimate. And it keeps changing too, like all the time. And it is weird that oh, there it is, the hidden arena. It is weird that at both the most tragic points in my life, prior to those happening, I ended up purchasing the most unreasonable tech for the work I was doing. First time was speakers. Those speakers I purchased that cost like nearly $1,000 were like, they tortured me for whatever reason. It hurt my ears, and I don't know. It's not really important anymore. It's just I don't know why that is. Is that a coincidence? Because that doesn't matter. I'm gonna upgrade this shit here, and from my L. Did I get the fucking sword though? Wait a second. I hope I got that weapon for her. Wait. Oh, good. Thank God. Okay, good. I feel I can upgrade this one. I should do that. Yeah. This is the fun part for me. This part of the game. Because you can kind of like get ahead of the curve here. And then the rest of the campaign kind of becomes a breeze. Which is fun. I don't know, like, is this the SM58? It's a Shure microphone, right? That's so popular with streamers and shit, and like, let's give you an example. I thought, like, if I switched, I once recorded a lot of audio for an English learning app. I mean, like, thousands of clips, okay? And it sold, like, it started with recording on the shittiest Apple like the iPods, not are they iPods, whatever, the ear pods that came with the old iPhones. Then they upgraded the quality with the iPhone 4, I think. And then when I got a lot of money from that, I bought like a USB mic, okay? And the sales were highest when the audio was at the cheapest. It doesn't mean that cheap audio makes it sell better. It just means to me that audio never mattered. The quality of the audio did not matter. And then I remember this so clearly as day. Like, I was obsessing when I switched audio recording formats. I was like, is this better or worse? It sounds different, right? Then I show it to someone who bought the app, like who was like in my class, and I want her to listen to A and B, which one's better. She goes, "There's no difference." Like I'm like, no, this one has more treble. She's like, no difference, don't worry. And then she left, like she had better things to do. And like I don't know why it didn't register to me like, okay, maybe you should stop caring about that and focus on something else. But I still obsessed over the tech. It didn't stop me from like I switched it in a certain thing that I chose, but it didn't matter. It didn't increase sales. And I think nobody cared but me. Honestly. Nobody cared. So that's an example. Anyway, okay, I'm actually getting too zoned out sometimes and like forgetting the game too much. I have to kind of rebalance it, I think, a little bit. Yeah. So. Oh shit! Where the hell is the guy? I always get lost here. But yeah, just going back to that streamer, cause thinking like just watching that stuff again just brought me back to a happier time, and the stuff he was doing on the stream was like, my God, it was funny as hell. It made me smile like so much, like, you know, and that's why I was so sad to see him gone. Cause the sad thing though is I also stopped. He did stop. He did stop becoming entertaining in the later times, and I stopped watching him completely. Like I just didn't. To him is I think a part of it may have been his dwindling popularity, which is why I think when times are good like that, you're top of the world. Well, that just means you have a higher place to fall down from. If that makes any sense. And yeah. What the fuck? And like, no joke, this guy would do things like go outside and hit on girls. They're really pretty. Like some of them, like they're all kinds, right? Some of them was like, oh man, one of them was like, a little bit too young, legal but too young, but very charming, like very sweet, right? And the thing is, like, holy shit, like she was put in front of a popular streamer's like 10,000 views, the entire mob that comes with it, and just rammed on the screen all of a sudden. And like, well, she took it really well. Like, I could imagine a lot of people would have just, whoa, freaked out and just. So that's amazing. But like, I do believe like at some point her parents intervened and just cut it all off. And although I was disappointed because I wanted to see the show go on, yeah. I mean, in the end, look, the parents made the right choice, and I thought it was incredible the girl agreed to step out of this world, and get back to the original plan, so to speak, and not let this guy's streaming show affect her life. I'm sure a lot of people were upset. But that's because we only want the streamer and this person to play out a drama for us with complete disregard for what's best for them, right? And to me, those are good parents. They're really good parents, I think. You know. Okay, go to sleep. Time to do the grind for the arena. But boy, it was a good show. Reality TV for guys, I guess. You know? Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Oh, man. I smile just thinking about it. Like, just thinking back on the show. And, like, it's a show. It's streaming, but it's a show. Um, and oh my god. Like, and I want to investigate one day, like, what makes that kind of show tick, like, so well. It's insane. One thing I know for sure is that the chat in a popular stream reads like the subconscious mind stream of thought. It's serious. Like, the things you would never say in public or to other people, but you think it anyway. It's there, out there, pouring out like a literal, like, wall of text. It just mirrors exactly what you've been thinking all along. I don't equate it to a laugh track. I don't think it's guiding me to think a certain way. It's like, oh yeah, I was thinking that way too. Because my motivation is to just disagree with them. Because I like to be contrarian. Because it makes me feel special. But in this case, I have to admit, what the shit they're writing in there as a whole is exactly how I'm thinking in my brain. And if I hold that to be true, oof. The truth about it is, yeah, from a woman's point of view, men are pigs. And from a man's point of view, women are manipulators. Like, you know, some of that shit is true. You know, it all depends on the person. It's just, but still, it's like, yikes. Like, just yikes overall. Yeah. Alright, this is what luck is right, yeah. What was the saying? Give a man a mask and he will tell you the absolute truth. Something like that. Makes sense. And the people on the internet have the perfect mask. Especially in Twitch chat. Or any kind of, like, streaming chat. Well, right, if it's not tied to an account that identifies you. So. Now, what did I want from Mayala for this? You gotta have, like, certain skills for her, otherwise it won't work. No, I need this one. Flurry. Oh shit, I just have barely enough. Okay. More will unlock, though. Oh, no, wait. What? I want Spark. Do I have Swift Stride? I do. Yeah, this one. Initially, that's all we need initially. Oh my god, I'm saying we. Like, so I do feel like psychologically I'm in a room with people. Alright. What the? Get lost. I don't know if it's just me. I'm getting lost more and more in games. And I don't like dead ends. It's a double penalty. Go the wrong way, and then you have to retrace the mistake that you made. Like, it's shitty. Yeah, this guy. I've done this part so many times. I have to do it. I can't skip this part. Who will destroy you? This is pretty humorous writing. Who will destroy you? And the tease there with a good choice. He's the weakest. Oh man. Yeah. Hmm.
Ok. Faisons couler l'encre.
Okay. What did I get? Last time critical. Yeah, that's good, man. Every hit's a critical hit. Okay. Next. Do I get another one? Just one, right? Just one. Yeah. Huh? What happened to my auto crit? Doesn't matter. Okay. This one, right? Yeah. No crits. Come on. Where's the crits? Alright. Yep. It's over. These fights are fun. The one-on-ones. Okay. I must have forgotten to do something here because I didn't confirm it. What the hell? Oh yeah. Okay. Jesus. Okay. Wait. Gotta do the attributes now. Yeah. Yeah, okay. You know, one thing that really stood out. I'm sorry, just because. Well, I'm not sorry. I should apologize. I don't know, but it keeps cycling through my head, and things that get stuck in my head, I have to just. I don't know. I gotta go over them again and again to decompress them. My brain's like struggling to understand the essence behind it, right? Like, again, that streamer that I'm referring to, because I just watched like 2 hours of his content. So, and there's like one part that I really like a lot, and then like, he's already got like a girlfriend, right? And then, by all appearances, he's hitting on a new girl. And there is no doubt, I think, in anyone's mind that the quote unquote new girl he's hitting on is, in most crudest terms, but it is true, an upgrade. And it would be abhorrent to ever say that to. But I've seen that stupid meme, right? Where like, they use it so much, where the guy's like, with the girl he's with, and then he's turning his head to look at the another stranger of a girl who's passing him by, and that girl's smirking like, "Yep, got his attention," and then the girl he's with is like, "How dare you?" kind of a look, right? Anyway, that's not what I'm bringing it up for. You know, in all this playing two girls against each other kind of a thing, there's only but one moment of humanity. Like, he's going along with it, okay? Because he's there for the show. He's there for the crowd. But this is what's endearing about him. Like, you know, he laughs and says, "You do know that at one point, the good things you're saying about the new girl are exactly the same things you're telling about the one I'm with right now, don't you?" When this girl had another nickname. Like, I was like, holy shit. Is that true? Because I wasn't watching at that time. Or was I? I don't remember. Okay? But, yeah. Yeah, the girl that he was with at that time was a switch from another girl previously he was with. Alright? So every time he switches, it looks like an upgrade or maybe a side grade. It's like, but the wording I'm using here, it sounds like an RPG. Like, it's creepy, actually, you know? And, weird. And of course, we should never objectify women, yada yada yada, as society's telling you. But you read the Twitch chat, and I'm hearing a different message. And like, it's not about anything other than what is the actual truth here. And I don't want to say anymore because it's such a sensitive topic, and you know, I don't care about all that. I only care about what is actually happening, not the judgment of such a analysis. I just want to know what's happening, like actually happening. Because, like, by knowing this, you will know how to control the situation more next time, right? If you believe in the falsehoods that are the pretty falsehoods that are presented to you by how you should think and approach the whole thing, by what is popularized, then when it comes for your turn to deal with the situation, I think it's like you will not know how to go about it. You will follow the mistakes that, you know. So it's weird how, like, this stuff was my actual teacher. Like, I mean, it is for a lot of people, right? Experience in life is the best teacher, not what you're explicitly told by authorities, like sometimes, you know.
Okay.
So but yeah, but like, you know, his observation, his keen observation in all that, what's that word called again when like, the guys all band together, like the mob mentality, in all that mob mentality, only one voice stood out as the, but hey, wait. And I mean, of course there might have been others in the chat, but it was going so fast you could never catch it. Was from this guy himself, you know, just saying, you know, all the shit you're saying. I mean, you know, I'm not blaming anybody. You know, chat is going to be chat, right? It's just, chat is just the id, the the subconscious, like, incomplete liberty, you know, like Game of Thrones Joffrey times 10, you know, like, you know, just constantly scrolling through the text feed, and yeah, so, but anyway.
Finesse et précision. Okay.
This has become so easy. It's also because it's on story mode, but I mean, like, oh man, like, anyway, oh shit, I don't have the, fuck, I need Mezzo Forte here. Oh man, oh well, I just empty everything then.
Sur moi.
I missed the first parry. Fuck's sakes. Yeah.
Dansons.
Almost there. Holy, it's taking a long time. I can just kill next hit, right? Yeah. Yep. Oh man. Ugh. Shell, auto shell, right? And then next one's a big one. Auto powerful? I forget. Protecting last stand. Yeah. I know the Expedition 33 people, they played Path of Exile. They have to. Because the wording of... Does it say here? Not yet. Not yet. But they use the wording increased and more. And to my knowledge... There might have been a game earlier than PoE that was using this terminology, but that's a very exclusive to PoE. And like, people who start playing that game always need a crash course. They're very different. It sounds the same, but they're very different. And like, you have to read the math behind it. We don't have to, but it's probably a good idea to. And this game copies that exact same terminology. So. And I'm just gonna go out on. Did I remove autocritical? Okay, that's bad. This is gonna take forever. My God, I'm so absent-minded here. Yeah, I'm just gonna think that a lot of people who played this game did not play PoE, and I did remove it. What the hell? And that's why it would be a lot harder to beat Simon with just a straight up build, because what am I doing here? Yeah, is it on or off? I don't like the UI for this. This is, man, just it's a bit confusing. Like, anyway, back to the fight. Tiny head. All right. Flurry. I'm having fun with these fights. These fights are good. Must be I don't know if it's just me, but like running everything in a party, it's just tiring because more inputs required. So, and it is kind of neat how they allowed you to have this option. Like, you don't have to run with a party; you can run alone. So, it seems to be pretty strong too, like as an option. Six. Oof. Okay. Boom. Finally. Okay. Finally. Yeah, get out of my sight. The reason why I also think like here the 50% more damage, right? So like people don't play PoE just interpret that as the English word more, which is like what's that, how's that different from increased? And yeah, so PoE 2 player who made the ARPG who what is it? Designed the systems here. I think, right? Solo fighter. And I think we do want damage, but for now I'll leave it though. Yeah. Alright. Now that she's got all those points, can now look at something else. You know, if you beat that guy again, like you'll say you already beat him, are you sure, right? And then like I think if you win, the guy says, you already beat this guy, now you're just like a sicko. So like I think like I don't know, are the developers throwing a jab at the player for like just over leveling here or something? I don't know. Like that's how I felt though. You know, like the way it's written, it's like very subtle, but like it's like you got your levels now, shoot, get out of here, kind of a thing. You know, that's how I felt. What? What? Yeah, here we are. I don't know. The the guts it takes to take a I don't know, do people even do this anymore? Like as cause I stopped watching like general just Twitch and like live streams, but I think they do, right? They take their cameras out into the real world and just film stuff, or I'm not even sure that has already died down or like become a thing of the past. But man, that takes a lot of guts to do something like that, and like to do that, but also maintain a kind of like a relaxed, like natural feel, like not tighten up. Because whenever like you carry cameras out into the world, it's like it's a load. It's like a yet you're aware of it or conscious of it. And what is this place? The volleyball thing is here? No way, man. And it's really remarkable when people like, for example, like I think actors, right, when they're doing their scenes, like I mean, it must be incredible training to like do that with a crowd in front of you. Like, if you fuck up, like everyone's got to do it all over again. It's like holy shit. Like, I don't know, just everyone's got different talents, so yeah. Oh right, it's the village. That's the next destination, right? All right, right. Oh yeah, and then wasn't there like that Pokemon Go thing? Like, I got hooked on that too. It's like now you got the whole quest thing, IRL. And man, that was fun for a while. But weird. It's like at some point it was like I had to make buying like groceries at a cheap price my new Pokemon Go. Absent any other game mechanics. Like I look for them, even though they're not even important anymore. It doesn't matter. It's like it's the game aspect of it that's appealing. forever tied to this kind of mechanic. These game mechanics, they're just so compelling to me. Can't resist. And yeah, like real life just isn't, that statement of like, nothing epic ever happens in my life, so I choose games. Like, I totally understand that. Like, is this a back entrance? It could be movies. Like, okay, this can't be happening. I can't find the entrance to the stupid village. That's insane. What happened? It's here somewhere, isn't it? Crying out loud. Whatever. There it is. Finally. Okay. Oh, man.
Il y a un paquet
Okay. Let's watch this one.
dans le coin. Il doit y avoir un genre de chemin qui mène à leur village.
J'entends quelque chose. C'est peut-être des négros. Attention.
I also love the, is it a cover art? I just typed in Expedition 33 because I needed a thumbnail pick for the stream, and then the one that comes out, it's the one that it's always being used, and it's like, I love it. It's like, again, they have, I don't know, well, you can see it like on the thumbnail for this stream and many others, I think, or just generally speaking, a lot of lines converging the center, which I think are like indicating, like, it has a strong feeling of we're going straight ahead. And then like, but what I love most is like how Loon and was it Mael in front, looking back at two other characters in the foreground, and it's like, it's better if I have the picture in front of, if I have the image in front of me. But it communicates so many things, like we're headed somewhere unknown on an adventure, and yo, come on, hurry up. Like that the way they're looking back is like, yo, catch up. So there's a feeling of camaraderie, like being together with a party. And like, don't we all want that in our lives in a certain way? Like, that'd be so great, right? Even though you're not physically traveling somewhere, like in that same way, in the same mindset, like you're headed to something unknown and worth getting, and you're in it with like a bunch of people you like. And it's like, yeah, it's not like, wouldn't you feel alive? I would, for sure. Just that shit doesn't always happen though. So we make do with games, right? Otherwise, what else are you gonna do? Like, and like Pokemon Go is like trying to engineer a bit of that into IRL, right? So, well, not quite the same, something like that. Fuck. I know it was like such hot shit for a while, like, and I totally went into. At first, I didn't, and this is the power of streamers. And if you like the guy a lot, and then he does something he likes, and then you start to like that thing too, or you can't help it at least, unless that thing truly revolts you for some reason. But yeah, just because that streamer I was talking about, he was so into that game at one point, I had to try it too, and pretty fun. Oh, come on. No. What? Why is it not solo? What happened here? And why can't I access the menu? Huh? Oh, here we go. This is weird. I don't know why I'm back. Oh, right. I never removed them from the party. Okay. Now I know why. Let's see. And for this guy, I need Armor Breaker, which is breaking rules. This one. Okay. Any other one? Yeah, I need a Mezzo Forte, I think, for her. This is how I always play it. It's just too far away, but okay. Shit. Okay, and then have to assign them, which is always a pain in the ass. Where's breaking rules? It's there already. Okay, and then have to deassign everyone else. Out, out. Okay, now I'm done. Yeah.
Finesse et grâce. Faisons couler l'encre.
What? I get a second turn? Holy shit. Okay, that's easy now. Swift strike.
Par le feu.
How do I have so many turns in a row? Insane.
Sur moi.
Yeah. But on the same vein as like I feel like it's just so hard now to like know if something's right or wrong because I don't know, man. Like the laugh track. Okay, like I watched the show Friends from the '90s, like a lot, and it was really popular back then. But then like later on, it's like there was a video about like how funny is Friends if you don't have the laugh track on it. Then I watched it without the laugh track, and it was only mildly funny, I have to admit. And that was like a bit of a shocker, you know, like. And I feel like the laugh track is like is like the comedy show's version of likes and views. Just because something has a high like or comment, like if something has a high like or high reviews or whatever, it's automatically credible in our minds, like without further thought, without thinking how it. Usually it is, and usually it is. It's just sometimes that can be manipulated very heavy-handedly. So, you know, but like the laugh track, right? Because you're not sure when to laugh, we're gonna tell you when, and go along with it. Enjoy the show, kind of a thing. So, yeah, of course, it means if something is funny without the laugh track, it's probably funnier than the one with the laugh track. Yeah.
En garde.
Alright. Spark. No. Breaking rules.
On détruit leur bouclier. Dansons.
Ah, shit. Ah.
En garde.
Okay, I wasn't thinking about, like... Doesn't matter. Oh, that's a lot of turns in a row. Okay. Out you go. No. That's watch. I want to watch it again.
N'aie pas peur. On ne te fera aucun mal. C'est Noko qui nous envoie.
Oh, man.
Si tu nous mènes à ton village, Introduis-nous à ton village et peut-être que tu t'apprendras quelque chose de nous.
Attends, qu'est-ce que...
Et les cinq qui pompent.
Crois-moi, je hais les menteurs.
And then, you know, just to go along again with what I saw in that clip, as I don't have many other sources of material to go with these days in my life, but so like, you know, what's it called, living vicariously through the videos of others. But and this is from the past too, and these are things I never picked up before. But just because now I kind of, I don't know, live like 10 more years of life, so. But like, this is a very charming scene when like the streamer's saying, I haven't eaten at all today, and they've kind of met up for like, for whatever, to do a stream. And she like says with the most sincere voice, you can't do that, you gotta eat something. And like, it sounds genuine. Like, I cannot, if she's trying to fake it, I can't tell. And at that moment, like, and again, like, that's why I say the chat reads like your own internal voice that you already feel but can't articulate, but it's all just dumped out in there anyway. Or like, you could articulate it if you just let go, you know, like, of all the self-consciousness. And they're saying like, this is the one. Oh, like, you know, cares about whether you live or die from starvation. Like, you know, like, all these funny shit that comes out. And it's like, yeah, like, that's, I'm saying, knowing that consciously, if I was a woman and if I wanted to get a guy, I would most certainly just demonstrate that characteristic, even though I may not possess it, as a way to get his attention or to get him to like me more. I would, because it certainly works, you know, because that does seem to be kind of really sweet. I don't know, I don't have another good word for it, you know, like, between that or a girl who's more concerned whether she has a fancy purse or not. I mean, I know which one I think is more important, right? Like, I always said, like, what was my thing? This is my one. If the girl has like, if the girl has more band-aids for in case you get hurt, as opposed to lipstick for her own lips, then I like the one with the band-aids better. You know what I mean? Like, kind of a thing. So, yeah. It's weird, isn't it? But I'm not alone, because the moment she said that, there was a complete violent not violent, but like a significant reaction from the chat. They were moved by that, along with like a clip of her singing, which was like, everyone was like so moved by that, like, you know. And all I have to say is, what a show. Oh my god, what a show. Like, this guy puts this stuff on public, on stream. It's like, truly, the reality TV on a stream. I mean, just, maybe they're doing that now, I don't know, but like, for Christ's sakes, this is just some dude in his apartment, like, carrying an iPhone around with like, it's not even like professionally made. There's no like professional staff. There's, you know, it's insane. Like, you know, it's crazy. And it's not like that malicious of content, or that, I don't know. I know there's stuff out there. It's like, they get the attention by being really disruptive or like really like extreme, and that's like just too cheap for my tastes. Like, can't stand that.
Ces trucs sont fascinants.
Comment ils tiennent debout?
But yeah, something about that. Now, of course, it comes off as too overt. Then is that manipulative? Like, is that something that you would do? You know, you're just saying that because you think it's going to win points. But if you can pull it off, or you actually believe, I said, if you can actually believe in. The other example was like, you know, when people are like, just an old man's wanting to tell the story again. It's like, you heard it 1,000 times. It's like, well, if you cared about him, you just listen again, because it's the listen that makes him happy. But imagine you actually wanted to listen to the guy again, you know, then you don't have to fake anything. It's all lined up perfectly in that situation. So, yeah. And I struggle with the idea that, I don't know, maybe it's neither trickery nor honesty, but simply because in certain situations we are so compelled to put our best foot forward. That is who we are. But then if you remove the reason for putting your best foot forward, it might go away, you know. But I haven't figured this all out myself, but, you know. So, like, all I do know is that if you spend too much time together, like, you do stop putting your best foot forward easily. It's easy to fall into that, obviously, and that's where things kind of unravel usually.
On dirait des gamins.
On doit se rapprocher de leur limite.
Yeah, this is a bit of comical humor, whatever. Don't care too much about these scenes. This is so much better on controller. Kind of a little bit. It's too bad. I played on KB. I say MB and K these days. Holy fuck! It's KB and M, right? Oh man. All right. Yeah. What? Oh, there we go. And then he's dead, right? After this one. Is he not? Okay, don't miss here. Okay. Is that it? Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, that goes up. Right. This is full power. What? What is full power? Okay. Oh, okay. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. Anyway. Come on. Next shot, please. Oh, man. One more hit. Where's my turn? It's so weird. Did I miss something? Like, oh, I think you can knock the shield off. That's why it's taking so long, huh? Oh, well. Anyway. Yep. Next part is I get to the village, right? I think so. Hmm.
Oh, oh, bonne nez. Oh, putain.
Okay. I think I'll just do the shell fight and stop it there, because it's weird. Like, I feel so calm doing this.
C'est vraiment un village de
Like,
Gistral.
Il semble plus doué
so
que
like
les humains pour
peaceful. I keep saying that, but it's like, I don't know. It's just so
Sur le continent. Bon, en
so
attendant,
startling
on a
to
besoin
me
du chef.
that
C'est sans doute la plus
one can feel this way, kind of a feeling.
Voilà qui devrait aider.
It's almost like there's this professor who got. Here's an interesting thing, right? This guy, he's a professor from from the university I graduated from, and this guy was doing his own thing for years and years and years, and he got propelled into multi-million-dollar spotlight because he he spoke out against the, I don't know what it is, like the gender, what is it, like gender neutral pronouns. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter what the hell the damn thing is. The core part is that he spoke out against something that maybe a lot of people felt in their hearts was already ridiculous to begin with, but kind of forced to comply through, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but he spoke out against it, and through that, the guy was propelled into like a multi-million-dollar spotlight thing. Now his YT videos come out, get crap ton of views, and his life completely alters. But then he himself goes bonkers in the end, which is insane. Like, whew, like if a professor of psychology, I think that's what it is, can't hold it together through fame, like, what chance do normal people have? Seriously, like, I mean, that's extreme fame that he had, like, touring the world kind of fame. So, a guy who already had a stable life to begin with. So, but I don't know, I just want to bring out, like, the one thing he did say was, like, this guy, though, he was on, like, some psychiatric medicine, I don't know. When I say that, it's like, oh, that sounds bad, right? Maybe, I guess, but he said, like, when he took it, it was like, he felt like his muscles relaxed, and his mind, it brought about a sense of calm that he never experienced his entire life, and it was so magnificent, he couldn't see any negatives of it, and said he'll never stop taking it. No, what? Is this not open? Oh, okay. I thought the door was not open for some reason, like, whatever. Yeah, this is a key item for me, the roulette. This is hilarious too. Do you like to gamble? You say no. Bye. Like to gamble? Yes. I saw it. Like, this is such a PoE thing. I don't think when I was playing D4, this would mean much to me. You have a 50% chance of dealing 100% more damage, right? And like, people who play PoE kind of know like the math behind this. But anyway, and then you go higher chance, which is the correct answer, and he goes, "What are you, some kind of statistics nerd?" And the correct answer is these. What the? Did it wrong. The correct answer is I don't care. The Zen answer. Yeah. I just noticed now that item, the bonus it gets, is exactly the question he was asking or something. Like, kind of. It was weird. But yeah. Funny little humor there from the developers.
Super.
think it isn't the answer like 1.25% more damage on average, right? So, but yeah, that's being a statistics nerd according to the game developers. And just have fun. That's why I always think like they're putting in all these extra fights and power fantasy trips just because they're like, yeah, we know you want this stuff, so we'll put it in, you know, like there's a bit of a kind of a resignation or kind of exhaust. As I imagined them to be older people, like the older, like maybe 40s maybe, and they have played a lot of games, and I guess they got to the point where it's kind of like they're tired of the whole thing, like the whole power, you know, level up, HP goes up, you raise your damage, so, but they have to put it in, but they make kind of like snide remarks about it in the same time, so, and that's how I interpreted it. That's how I interpreted it. Yeah. What are these mirrors? What the hell? It's like a training room. I don't know. Anyway.
Il était pas...
Il y a tant de questions.
On doit atteindre la pimpresse.
D'autres sont passés. Un homme aux cheveux. Vous le connaissez? Alors comme ça.
Pourquoi?
L'étranger?
Oh no! Take me there, please. Jesus Christ, I'm just zoning out. Yeah, please, thank you. Alright. Thank God. Don't want to walk. Okay. Oh man. Again. Okay. Kind of sit. Huh? My turn, okay.
Obéissez-moi. Ok.
Holy, that's a lot of damage. Jesus. It's gonna be quick. Okay. Okay, solo fighter learned, so... Oh, this one too? Okay. And... this one? Okay. For Luminas, take the ones that we didn't have, and... yeah. Okay. Do we have this? I think so, right? No? Yeah. I don't think it matters. Shh. What do you want, Kai? Alright. That's a lot of damage. I don't remember this being so strong. What the hell's going on? Is it because it's on story mode? I thought it just reduced it. Maybe it reduces HP too? I gotta test this because I actually... well, I can't because they're always different enemies. That's okay. It's okay. I don't care. No difference. I'm just curious. But nah.
Et grâce. Flamme. Obéissez-moi. Dansons. Faisons couler l'encre.
No, what? Okay.
Mais c'est...
Ciel?
Mais... C'est vous les amis. Vous êtes en vie. Je croyais que j'étais la seule. Je savais que tu t'en sortirais.
Comment t'es arrivé là?
Sounds very Spanish on these gestuals.
Ils s'attendent à voir un spectacle. On leur donne? Là. Obéissez-moi.
Holy crap. Oh, marking card. This is the the skill that never mind. Okay, like this is gonna be hard to read. It's okay, whatever.
Faisons couler l'encre.
I did think these days, like, with the internet being out there and people accessing it so easily, like, for people growing up in this generation, it's like, oh boy, it's like, I don't know. I should read more about it because I don't even know anything about it. But it's like eventually they could find a lot of good teachers on the internet, right? For about a lot of stuff. This was not true when I was growing up. Your only like sources of reference at the time is like, you know, parents and fuck's sake, we have to go to the library like for info. It's crazy. And like wouldn't bother because the library's too far. But I suppose like social media is like, could just really imagine that, like being a huge influencer on what to think or how to think or something like that, right? It's just going with the crowd kind of a mentality. I can totally see that now. I can't see it the way, you know, because I just can't. In those times, it was like there's no feed. The feed is such a modern invention, and I think the feed is dangerous. Honestly, it's dangerous because it plays into what I call laziness. Like, and this thing I think is really important. Like every time I say this, no one ever thinks it's clever. No one ever thinks it's like something worth like recording down or liking or whatever. But it doesn't matter because like, well, it doesn't matter. Like, it'd be nice to think that other people agree that this is important. But to me, it's like I never forget it. Took an entire lesson of marketing geography in university, and I forgot everything about it. I forgot everything about it except two things. One is, 20 years later, I went back and I read my marketing geography assignment, and I got a shitty grade. But then I read what I wrote, and I was like, no fucking way I wrote something that stupid. I'm honestly speaking, like, this is such a biased statement, and according to my own feeling, the professor had done the same thing. He said, like, there's some biased comments, like, oh, wow, like, yeah. So this was graded very fairly, I thought. But it's not that. What I remember most is that this fact, and it never escapes me today, because I think it's completely true. He said that in a mathematical sense, if there is a mall that is, let's say, 3 kilometers away from your house, right? If they raise the quality of whatever it is, like they up something, the likelihood you will go to that mall will only go up in a linear proportion. So like they increase it, in a simple example, they increase the quality by 2, you're now twice as likely to go. But if the mall comes twice as closer to your house, even if it's a small distance, like from 3 kilometers to 1.5, so it's twice as close, you are now 4 times as likely to go there. It has a like a non-linear or quadratic. What that sums up to mean is basically that convenience is king, right? Instead of upping quality, up the convenience. Up the convenience. Because everyone, I think, is a lot lazier than they think they are. And like this kind of holds true for subscriptions, which we always fail to cancel, and we also resist signing up to. There's friction both ways, right? And because everyone's lazy, like they don't want to move, they don't want to take actions, and the feed is basically now a zero effort. Here's what to watch next, and it can be good. It's just I just remember a time when there was no feed. You had to search. You had to at least provide the initial input for the computer to spit out something. In other words, there was zero, aside from those stupid ads back then, there was no unsolicited material, right? Stuff that just happened to cross your eyes, never. It couldn't happen. The computer screen would remove inanimate until you initiated action. So, and that's kind of weird because it brings visibility of something into the hands of something else, whether it's an AI algorithm that could be manipulated. What I do know is, I think there has to be caution, applied here a little bit. It's not always, it's deceptive because it also provides you with great music to listen to next and some great shit you may not have never discovered. So it's all mixed in together, But whatever. I could be speaking out my ass. I don't even know. But what I do know is, on my computer at least, I've just disabled every kind of feed, except for disabled every feed I can anywhere, and it feels cleaner. I can't explain it. It feels lighter and less. Certainly you spend less average time on the site, for sure. It definitely also is there for, the metrics, right? It keeps you on the site for longer. So, and it's weird because the feed comes off as such a, it's for you kind of a thing. But then it kind of turns it's not really for you, it's for them too. And, there's kind of that going on there, huh? I think. So. Anyway, stop it here because I'm getting really sleepy again. And, stream again some other time.